everybody, welcome back to From the Horse's Mouth. How you doing? It's week 5 and we're at the end of March. Are you beta ready is the question probably most of us are asking ourselves. For me, I'd say yeah, I am beta ready. Last year I found I was more worried about it and more concerned about being beta ready. This year though, I realized beta ready isn't like totally polished and finished and has to be perfect. It's a chance just to show people what you got and a good chance for some feedback on that form. So I'm actually looking forward to it because I've been doing my reps and following my requirements, and so that's made it really easy to be at the beta stage. So I'm creating my own knife form, and this is actually, if you saw me at practice, you haven't seen this knife. This is the United States Marine Corps K-Bar knife. Given to me by my sister-in-law, who is super cool and always seeks to find me really neat Christmas gifts. So when she gets my name, I'm always like, yes, because she goes out of her way to buy things that she probably normally wouldn't and gets me some fun stuff. This is what I got this year from her. And I thought, yeah, that could be my weapon. It's kind of, it showed up. So why not? K-Bar knife is an old knife, just about 100 years old. It came into existence back in the early 1911s, 1917s, something like that. They started making these knives. It was the Union Cutlery Co. out of New York. Made these knives and sent them out. It got the name K-Bar because they received a letter in the 1920s, early 1920s from a mountain man in the western United States who had fought off a bear and won with this knife, and he was so happy about it, he felt he should write them a letter. His letter was really with some broken, sort of illiterate almost, and with some real broken English, and one of the things that stuck out for them was K-Bar, which they assumed meant kill a bear. That name stuck to this knife, and they hung on to it. They started producing the K-Bar knife in 1923. In 1943, I think, the U.S. Marine Corps adopted it as their official knife. It's been there ever since. You'll see a lot of Marines wearing these right here on their jackets nowadays. For the sake of safety, I made myself this one, which you've probably all seen me practicing with. It is pretty much the same dimensions as the K-Bar, and so of course the weight's a little off, but it's what I'm going to practice with, obviously. My goal is to work my way up to this knife by showtime next year, but until then, this is my guy. I chose the knife because it's a super practical weapon for me. I wear one on my belt every day of my life because I work with horses and ropes and people and hands. It's basically there to cut a rope if something bad goes happen or a horse gets pulling, someone's hand's caught, or you fall out of the saddle. Mostly I use it for bail strings and stuff around the yard. And I'm actually going to carry this summer because this is the perfect backcountry knife. The weight and feel of it is so nice. It's really a balanced knife. It's sort of a multi-purpose tool, so it's going to replace a few things in my pack when I do that solo trip with just one horse. It's a great way to cut firewood. You can pound in steaks with that. You can dig with it. You can cut up your meals with it. It becomes something, a knife in camp is invaluable, as most of you know who are campers. This is going to be the one that does it all for me. What's cool about that is I'll be using it for a bunch of different jobs and not just my form. And I think for mastering a weapon, one, it's great that you can carry it around with you. Two, that you use it for a multitude of things. And three, start using it in your form. It becomes a part of you and becomes something that you're really comfortable with. That's my goal with this year. It's just kind of a weird form. Hope people don't think I'm crazy. After you get halfway through it and you think, man, in reality, this would be fairly gruesome. My hand form is Damascene, and I chose that because that is probably the first form I learned many years ago. I still don't feel like I do it that great. I had to pick something that I was already in my head that I knew, so I wasn't trying to learn two forms at the same time. And I found it's just nice to pound out the reps, and I really don't feel like I do it that well. I got a lot to work on Damascene, and literally I've been doing it the longest, so I thought, let's start over. Let's get back and really get it finished if I can. I know probably with a form, much like a painting, there's always something you could do on it, right? You're always working on something, but I want to get it to a higher level. So that's what I'm doing. Damascene and the old Arkansas toothpick. I don't know how I got that name. Like, who would pick their teeth? Like, this is a wooden knife. It doesn't feel good. You have to wonder if there's a bunch of like old timers who had slit nostrils. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you are beta ready. Hey, don't worry. It's just beta, right? Be kind to one another. Stay tuned, and we'll see you down at the Quoon. I'm going to shave.
Well, never put your hat on the bed, son. Never put your hat on the bed. Cause if your hat's on the bed, you might wake up dead. So don't you never put your hat on the bed. But if you do, be sure it's upside down, son. If you do, be sure it's upside down. Cause if there's any doubt, it keeps the luck from running out. So if you do, be sure it's upside down. Never throw a match when it's dry, son. Never throw a match when it's dry. Don't you never throw a match, cause the grass might catch and burn 3 counties when it's dry. And always keep an edge on your knife, son. Always keep an edge on your knife. Cause a good sharp edge is a man's best hedge against the vague uncertainties of life. Yes, a good sharp edge is a man's best hedge against the uncertain vagaries of life. But I never could sharpen no knife like the one who give the advice. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay.